Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I've been popping into Twitch streaming. Don't really catch anybody. I don't know if I'm not sure if it shows on my stream chat visible window there, but I will keep posting here and then kind of giving you the Twitch feed, which is Eagle Trading, one word. In any case, we finally broke above the 50% Fibonacci, 58.80. We've been hitting it over and over and over, and I've been shorting off there, but I've also been kind of buying, whether it's stocks or whatever, in this little channel down here on the bottom of SPY. And we finally broke through, and you can see when we break through what happens. Here's your line. Now we're probably headed up to this 262 or 362.30 area. There was resistance horizontal at 361.49. So getting above there, you're probably going to have a little chop and a little bit of a pullback. You're kind of getting up in the RSI intraday, so we do need a little bit of an intraday pullback. That would be healthy. Nothing wrong with that. So what's been on fire lately is the EV space. I kind of think that we're in a topping process here. NEO is actually shocked to see NEO breaking through its old high. And now it's channeling, but it did break a momentum channel right off the bat today. And you can kind of see where my lines are at. In fact, if we show like a 5 minute, let me see if I can do a 5 minute. It might give you a little clearer picture of what I looked at. I was expecting the possible move up into the 61 area, but it looks like it's so far overbought on the daily. Look at the volume selling that came in. That's got to be the most in a while. So it looks like we're doing what would be saying like a choppy process of topping on these EV spaces here, but it doesn't mean that people aren't looking for lotto tickets to buy the next mover. I played some Gevo last night. I had 1,800 shares I was buying in 300, 500,000 share lots. And I sold that into the move today. Nice pop into the 280s. I got out. And then we have a little bit of a support line here that got broken. One of my channel lines. And now it's just kind of bouncing around. Breaking the lows of the day. These are 5 minute charts. So SPY looking like it wants to grind higher. You don't want to be short anything like that. The market's I'm getting a little disenchanted with the market. It's very, very bubbly, very speculative. I'm just kind of, people aren't even looking for fundamentals. Technicals are hard to do here. They're just looking for, the next lottery ticket, When you look at stuff like, oh God, what was the one that went crazy lately? There's so many of them today. I'll look at it. Let's see. AYRO, we sold that into the big move. Blink, things like FTech. Look at these moves. These were like penny stocks. Pennies. You could have bought this for like 70, 60, 70 cents. And they're going up 1,000% in a matter of days. FTech is one. Gevo is one. KXIN. Actually, the one that I do like that I bought a little bit of today and I sold some, I had 600 shares, is MP. This one's acting a little bit more tame than normal. So here's the intraday chart on MP, and I sold 300 already as we started getting into this upper channel, and then I have another 300. Looks like we can maybe push through the top there. This one has a little bit more of a interesting pattern over the last few days because it's starting to move, not ending a move like NEO. I know that's had a big move as well from this area here, but at least you have a reasonable number. Some of these are up, 5 and 10 fold. This one's just a double, not even. So it's in that same sector too, and it kind of weathered the pullback here from the whole market of NEO and AYRO and XPEV and all these things. XPEV's another one. Look at the move in XPEV that we've seen. Huge moves, and everybody sold into the opening. You can see a big volume. They just wanted to get out. A lot of the big money can't get out into pre-market. There's just not enough liquidity. But you can see these little charts here, You see these little channel line moves. Man, I keep putting that up there. Sorry, guys. You can see how these little channel line moves broke. But for every seller, there's people that are wanting to get back in these thinking they're going to continue to go up forever, But you can kind of see the little channel right there. And that's kind of where it bounced off of. A little pop there, a little pop there. Got down into here and then fired back up. This one I was not trading. Could have had a nice 7-point move. GDXJ, oh boy. The gold miners do not look good here. But sometimes we talked about, like here, let me show you the 1 year chart. And I said a few days ago, looks like it's going to break down to the lower channel. Well, there you go. You gapped right down to the lower channel. So now you have 4 touches there. You have a break to the upside, and then you have the second touch, the third touch, and the fourth touch. So you better reverse quickly today. The problem with this is every time with this point, and this point coming in, look at the shape of the MACD. It was a more subtle curl. Actually, let's pull the MACD up. I'm pulling up the RSI. It was more subtle curl. So here's this right here, kind of curling into it. This one right here had a little bit more of a subtle curl. And this one here looks ugly because we're on the negative side of the MACD and we're getting expansion to the downside. So a little bit different shape configuration coming in on those. Not very good. You can even see it more this way too if I don't stretch it out so much. Here's your configuration coming in here. Nice subtle curl. Here's your configuration coming in here. Nice subtle kind of curl. And then your configuration coming here is the opposite. So a little cautious there, and unless you get a sharp reversal intraday. So you can kind of see like things like JNUG intraday today. You'll see JNUG trying to figure out which direction it wants to go, and ignore that. And you'll see that it did hit like a little bit of a channel bottom that I drew, and it has some energy off there. So that's a good sign for starters. A little washout here. Not a bad spot. Maybe to take a small nibble in JNUG here in case that whole market does reverse, because we're getting oversold, and like I said, you're hitting some channel lines. And then a couple other ones that we talked about that I liked. Let's see, and I'm gonna look at my position really quick. STON, I told you that one like at $1 and change the other day. Not even, I think it was at 90 something cents. That looks still interesting here. Fundamentally, I don't know if it can support this move, but I think it was at 90 cents the other day. Now you're at $1.30. Nice move on STON. And then MFA, I talked about this in the 330s, I think. I have a little bit left on that one. Let's look at the 1 year, and I'll see. This is the one, yeah, it started to curl above the 200 at like 340 and change. You're up now another 6% today. I continue to hold this. I was actually looking to add. Those aren't going to get filled. So there's that. And let's close it back and look at NP again. That's the one I kind of like the shape of that one today. And I'm still holding that intraday. That looks like that might have a little bit more to go. We're kind of flat topping here. Right around 22. Let's see if it can bust through. Still got more room on the MACD to the upside, and the RSI is not overbought yet. So I kind of like the shape of this one. We'll see how it plays out. And once again, Eagle trading is what I'm gonna do on the oh, I got a lot of messages coming through on the Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on there, once I log in, you'll get a message that I'm going live if I see anything really interesting. Right here, it's just a lot of chase, so a lot of chop and chase. So I'm not really interested in that. But like I said, MP looks interesting, and JNUG looks interesting here.